Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, H-Mix. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you're not. And today, we're going to be discussing the patch notes that we got today on April 30th, 2024. For those in the future who might be looking back to this video and saying, huh, we're on patch such and such and such and such, and it's 2025. But anyway, I'm going to get into my thoughts on everything and all that good stuff. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. But wait, before we do, if you enjoy the content, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. And yeah, let's jump into it. So, starting us off with hero updates. Damage roll passive got reverted back to 20%. So, the damage roll passive healing reduction got increased from 15% to 20%, which is what it was at when it released. So, nothing too crazy there. Just when you go into your games, keep that in mind. Don't blame your supports. Your healing reduction is now just a bit higher. So, that's why, you're going to have to kind of think smarter, move smarter, kill smarter, all that good stuff. All right, DPS. Tanks, chill, you feel me? Chill. It's the passive. So that's the damage roll passive that kind of got reverted back to its 20%. And getting into the juicy stuff, the stuff that everybody's having a discussion about and has been having a discussion about for the last however many weeks, we're going to get into tank stuff. Orisa finally has been nerfed. The demon Apocalypse has been nerfed. Now, this is a good thing, but it's also a scary thing, and I'm gonna kind of get into what I'm hinting at in a second. But basically, just to get into her nerfs, Fortify got nerfed. The duration got nerfed by basically they reduced. Back it up. Fortify duration got reduced from 4.5 to 3.5 seconds, and Orisa now moves 20% slower while fortified. And also, Orisa's Javelin Spin cooldown got increased from 7 to 9 seconds. This is good because Orisa's whole, gameplay loop has, especially as of recently, has been Fortify, tank all the damage, Javelin Spin, tank more damage, or escape, team pumping heals in you the entire time. So, in between those cooldowns, all the damage that I might be doing as Amalga, being Amalga one trick right now, all the damage I might be pumping into this Orisa is doing absolutely nothing. Because she fortified, got healed all the way back up to full, lost her fortified, but then Javelin Spin got healed all the way back up. So all the damage I'm doing is just doing nothing. That's just annoying. Nobody's loving it. Nobody's having a good time. High rank players are complaining. Low rank players are complaining. It's just not a good time. And especially in the mirror match, it's just a terrible time. Meanwhile, she's just gunning down your team the entire time. These were good nerfs. These were great nerfs. However, the concern is this. I kind of compared Orisa to Apocalypse. Apocalypse has 4 horsemen. In this case, Hog, Malga. I'm going to put Sig in there, right? And then you choose Diva or Doom. I'm going to just go ahead and say Diva. Those are Orisa's horsemen. Orisa has been keeping all of these tanks in check, and they've also been keeping themselves in check, but she's been doing it by herself. Now that she's been nerfed, it's going to be pretty interesting to see who takes her place. My money's on Hog, but now I think the most interesting conversation that we're gonna kind of start having over the course of the next week or so before the midseason patch comes out is is the new demon worse than the previous demon? And that's gonna be interesting to see. But that's just kind of my theory, on what's kind of gonna go down here once Orisa gets dethroned. We're gonna see who the new problem's gonna be, and like I said, I'm thinking Hog. But overall, good nerfs. They needed to happen. She's been a problem for a while. Love to see it, right? Getting into damage, Venture also got nerfs. So Venture's nerfs, we're just gonna list them out real quick, and then I'll talk about my thoughts on them. Smart Excavator, maximum explosion damage, got decreased from 45 to 40. Drill Dash, initial impact damage, got decreased from 40 to 30. And their Tectonic Shock, ultimate charge cost, got increased by 10%. So Venture is a great character. Venture is a balanced character. I think a lot of people have good things to say about Venture. Venture, like I said, they feel great, feel good to play, felt balanced, so much so that even Blizzard was like, yeah, we'll just toss them straight into comp. They just feel good. However, I think these nerfs here were more so done to mitigate the growing skill of the player base that are maining them, because I've noticed the more skill you gain, because Venture's a kind of a hero that requires practice, like your Tracers, your Genjis. So the more skill you gain with Venture, the more oppressive they become when you're talking about just diving the enemy backline, exploding, doing a whole bunch of damage, getting crazy kills, gaining armor as you're using abilities, and then by the time, before you know it, you got your cooldown back for your dive, and you go back into the ground, or you get your coolback back for your drill dash, and you dash back out after you burrowed underground to get to the backline. So you're just doing a lot. You're doing a lot to the enemy backline, and the better you get at that, the more skilled you become with them, the more oppressive you become. So I think these damage numbers were nerfed just to mitigate that. So you keep the skill expression, but you make it to where, you have to earn your kills. It's like playing Genji. You gotta earn your kills. You gotta get good at the character to do so. So I'm feeling good about these nerfs overall. I think they're good. We're gonna see if they were maybe a little too steep. I know some of the community already is kind of like, maybe this was a little too much. Maybe halfway points between all these. But also at the same time, we're gonna have to play the game. We're gonna have to see how it feels in general, how Venture is feeling now, if it's still doing what it needs to do, or if maybe they can bump it up just a tad, just so we can kind of keep a bit of the damage and still keep that good skill expression without it being oppressive and all that good stuff. So, yeah, overall, pretty good patch, pretty good mini patch before we get our mid-season patch. Definitely going to be curious to watch Orisa and see what happens with the tank scene on who becomes a new demon, see if it's better or worse. Venture, I think pretty balanced nerfs. I'm feeling pretty good about Venture. Also, some general fixes. They did some, map fixes, hero fixes, all that good stuff. But yeah, that was the patch. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about them. And yeah, enjoy your games, guys. Let me know. See y'all soon. Peace!